Hi, my name is Sonya Madison, and welcome to Law Unfiltered. We're talking about current events and some of the legal implications. Recently, the Supreme Court decided to hear a case where a cake owner denied to make a same-sex cake, wedding cake, for a same-sex couple. And of course, what essentially the facts are is the couple comes in and the couple says, hey, we want a wedding cake that, quoting what the petitioner is arguing here, that celebrates our same-sex marriage. And the owner said, well, I don't do those types of cakes. However, you're welcome to any other baked goods that we have in the store. So when I make that point to say, so it was clear that he wasn't refusing to service them at all, but he was just refusing to perform that particular service for them. So the Colorado Civil Rights Division decided that, hey, that's discriminatory because we have this public accommodations law that makes you have to not discriminate against anyone based on race, sex, and sexual orientation, and they concluded this was discrimination based on sexual orientation. The cake owner is coming back and saying, no, one, this is my free speech. I have the freedom to be able to express myself in these wedding cakes, and that's what I do as an artist. But I also should have the freedom not to promote certain messages if that's not what my beliefs are. So he's arguing the free speech, but he's also, of course, arguing his religious beliefs. And he's saying, by virtue of my religion, I do not believe that same-sex marriage is, in fact, I guess, moral. So I think what's likely to happen here is that the court, given that it's conservative court, and given the Hobby Lobby decision where they permitted a business to be able to not offer certain contraceptives to women by virtue of their religious message or mission affiliation, I think they're going to side with the business owner here. I think they're going to say, well, this is actually an expression. He is an artist. He's making these cakes. He's customizing these cakes by virtue of his talent, his expertise. And even if you argue that, well, actually it's the other person or it's the customer that's expressing it and all he's doing is using their words, well, he has the right to be able not to promote such messages. And so I do think that they're going to look at that. Of course, they may touch on the religious argument, but I feel like they'll probably harp a little bit more on the free speech argument because I think that's a little bit stronger. Nonetheless, the Supreme Court also recently held that Arkansas couldn't discriminate against same-sex couples as it pertains to birth certificates. They had two women. They both had children through artificial insemination, and they both wanted their spouse to be listed as the biological father for each other's child. And what the Arkansas state law had was only the actual biological father, meaning the person who donated the sperm, could be listed, or if that person is married to a man, then they would recognize that person as the biological father. But again, the Supreme Court struck that down. So the Supreme Court has made it clear that it is an advocate for making sure same-sex couples get all the rights and benefits of same-sex marriage. But I do think, again, I think that they also are going to want to be able to have people not feel as if they have to force themselves or have to be imposed on these types of beliefs and messages if that's not exactly what they want to believe. And so as it pertains to the free speech element, I can see him siding, or the court siding, with the cake owner. But let me know what you guys think. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will catch you next time on Law Unfiltered.